A type of bus you've probably been on many times, may be made of little more than thin metal, wood panels, and styrofoam.
And in fact, the government has known apparently about the danger for nearly 2 decades and hasn't done anything about it. Investigator Ginger Allen now with a warning that we all need to hear tonight. Ginger?
That's right, you guys. You guys have likely been on them. You've probably even put your children on them many times. We're talking about this right behind me. These are called medium-sized buses. You'll see them everywhere now. Some of these are from schools, daycares, churches, sporting events. And now what you're about to see is why experts say these are so deadly.
From the time she was 12 till she was 17, played right here. She was a catcher center field. I wanted to do something, so I bought the scoreboard. Yeah, it'd just be tough forever, I guess.
Jaden Pelton's parents do not want anyone to forget their daughter or what happened September 26, 2014.
We actually saw it on the news.
Still on top of the breaking news out of Oklahoma tonight, possible serious situation here. State troopers say that a school bus from Gainesville crashed with a semi.
They interrupted with a special news break.
That is how they learned a semi-truck had smashed into the bus carrying Jaden's college softball team. Rushing to the scene, Keith Pelton convinced the highway patrol to tell him what had happened to Jaden.
I told that guy, I said, man, you got to tell me. And he told me she didn't make it.
4 players died. Jaden was ejected, thrown outside the bus.
That and this. This is what was between my daughter and a semi.
Earlier this year, the Peltons and other parents did something heartbreaking and eye-opening.
This is not something they should ever have been in.
They saw that bus for the first time.
It's made of foam. It's made of cardboard.
You don't want to see that. You know, you don't see where your daughter died. But when you look at it, you're like, you can't survive this.
I'm honestly shocked there was just 4.
Shocked because of how the bus was made.
It's made out of wood and
not even thick wood, paneling on your wall wood.
My daughter did not have a chance.
Automotive engineer Neil Hanneman agrees.
This is just not a good design practice. The part that's inside the interior looks like it's just, wood paneling like you'd have in your house. This looked to be even something more fragile than wood, almost a laminate, almost a foam.
Hanneman says most vehicles are built with materials that do not fail. Cars are constructed according to federal standards with a structure that prevents occupants from being ejected.
But the I-Team has learned medium-sized buses play by a different set of rules. More simply put, no rules involving structure at all.
The National Transportation Safety Board sent the I-Team this statement saying there are no requirements when it comes to the occupant compartment structural integrity or crash worthiness of medium-sized buses. We're talking about those typically weighing 26,000 pounds or less with a body on a chassis and no baggage compartment under the passengers. The NTSB tells CBS 11 it is very concerned about the lack of regulations and has publicly stated for nearly 2 decades that something must be done to protect medium-sized bus occupants.
So they know. They're just going to continue to let people get killed.
I mean, are they willing to put their families on one of those?
In 2010, the NTSB chairman, Deborah Hersman, said the tragedy of this church bus accident, killing 7 in Arizona, was not that we haven't known what to do, it's that we haven't done it. By that time, the NTSB had already repeatedly asked the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to create federal standards for occupant protection, roof strength, and window glazing to save lives. In 2014, after reviewing the crash that killed Jaden and 3 others, the NTSB asked the federal government for more standards, side impact protection for medium-sized buses. Still, no rules. And by March of this year, 13 more people died when this pickup pierced the front of a medium-sized church bus in South Texas.
You can try to prevent everything you can by building stronger buses. Put something in there besides a sheet of paneling, some styrofoam. Would you want your child or your mother or your aunt or your uncle to be, that's what's separating you from death?
10 years ago, if they'd have changed it, some lives. Maybe my daughter would have got saved.
All the Peltons say they can do now is exactly what Jaden would have wanted. Keep moving forward. Keep pushing for change.
NHTSA creates the change. It sets the federal requirements. So it told us generally the annual fatality rate in medium-sized buses is significantly lower than that of larger buses, even though the annual production of these buses is 7 times greater. The agency continues to monitor field data and will consider application of safety rules to medium-sized buses if the data warrants it.
Well, we all remember the story like it was yesterday with these 4 young girls. So talk to us about the rules that are in place for manufacturing when we talk about these mid-sized buses. What is in place?
So as you heard, no structural requirements. Yeah. However, I do want you to know there are requirements for steering, braking, tires, lighting, exits, and also seats. Only the driver needs a seatbelt. I think it's important to point out, though, those larger motor coaches and the school buses have a whole different set of standards.
I'm glad you mentioned that, but you know, there have to be a lot of people out there thinking, okay, daycare, maybe their children are in daycare, certain schools, maybe their sports teams.
Right.
What do they do about this?
Okay, chances are those places have no idea about this. But here's what I think you should do. Go ask during the bidding process, when these vehicles were bought, did they ask for any extra safety requirements for the buses? Did the manufacturer offer that? Maybe that happened. I want you to know we reached out to the Mid-Size Bus Association, and it did tell us its members put their buses through additional safety tests. I've put information about that on our website.
All right, Ginger Allen, thank you very much for doing the digging on this.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Ginger.